Yo, what up? So, a while ago, I made this giant ass review for Persona 4 Dancing. And I put on I made a small little wiki article out of it. I thought it'd be fun to try and make a video out of it. So that's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna read the review basically and see how that goes. Spoilers for Persona 4 Dancing, of course. I don't know what other games, so I'll talk about whatever. I finally got around to what I hear was the definitive dancing experience after finishing Persona 3 Dancing, Persona 5 Dancing forever ago. I kinda expected a bigger and better version of those games, based on everyone hyping up this version, but it's basically a Persona 4 version of those games. Real shocker. So, to start with the story mode, my two biggest shockers with the story mode in this game are like the Persona 5 world building and the story engine itself being the exact same as the one that they use in Persona 4 Arena Ultimax. Which, I guess it makes sense, but I would expect that in a game like Persona 4 Arena Ultimax. It's a fighting game with a story, with PNGs talking, but this game, that's like the focus, and it's the same. Especially when it switches to the high-quality anime cutscenes. It's so jarring. And to add to this, like nearly all the characters from the original Persona 4 are using their original artworks, but a little bit modified for their dancing outfits. Just like in P4AU. Except Yu Narukami gets a completely new artwork, and it's a goated piece of artwork, but it completely stands out compared to any of the other characters, including the old characters and some of the new cast. And it's even weirder how they didn't use this artwork in P4AU. It's so weird. And because Yu Narukami is like the second main character in the story, because he's Yu Narukami, you get to see this new sprite a lot. This should be a nice bridge into the story itself. The plot of this game mainly focuses around a few characters. Mainly the new character Kanami Mashita. Yu, of course. And since it's a dancing game, Rise. But it's also surprisingly Dojima, wholly based, and Nanako. There are a few other key players, but like those are the main few. The entirety of the investigation team, besides Yu and Rise, are just irrelevant. You can like remove them from the plot and it would barely change anything. Like, it's supposed to be a friendship is magic story, so, and it's Persona 4, so that's basically the whole reason they're there, but they don't do anything. They're just there. Like, they're doing their casual shenanigans, and, like, you do see them a lot, but, like, they don't do anything for the plot, and half the plot follows these guys. I don't mind it too much, to be honest. It's a Persona 4 spin-off, but it still sucks to see Yosuke getting bagged on all the time in all of his screen time. Shit is tragic. There's a part where Kanji thinks that was pretty interesting. Chie and Yukiko are a little less annoying than usual. I guess that's some character development. And Naoto is like almost important. She's like, she can't think in this game because that would be too much for the plot, but she's there. Teddy is just still simping and bagging on Yosuke. Less actual comedy, less bear puns than usual. It's a real downgrade for real. And another weird thing is none of them have their upgraded personas, except Yu when he randomly has his Izanagi no Okami. So cool that they did that. Even if they just wanted to give Teddy his persona, that would have been fine. But no. This is so cool, Atlas. The story takes place at like the end of the summer following P4, and I guess P4AU as well. I don't know. They don't like reference that game, which is bizarre, as Rise is like doing the navigator thing. And it feels like this game should come before P4AU, but apparently this game comes after P4AU. Don't know why that is. Especially since there's like Risei persona development at the end of the story that could easily lead into P4AU Risei, but I don't know. There's this huge festival, and Risei's gonna be making her comeback. Another reason it's weird that doesn't happen after P4 or P4AU. And she invites the investigation team to help her as backup dancers because, sure, they can all do that. Especially Naruto in her full-time job, she can do that. Thus, they get costumes and they're taught how to dance. And Kanami, with her group, she's gonna be dancing with Risei, and it's gonna be so fun, except she's not close to anyone. She's depressed, and she sees Risei, and she's like, "Aw, dog, I wish I had friends." Because, like, everyone that's actually in her team, she's not close to any of them, and all of them are, like, stereotypes, I guess. They're all kind of just there. I mean, they feel more like MacGuffins than anything, which is crazy to call people. Meanwhile, while all that drama is happening, there's a rumor about the website hosting the festival saying, "Well, you'll die if you come at midnight." And of course, people they hear the rumor and go to the website at midnight. Real shocker. And people are going into comas when they visit the website. That's not the Midnight Channel. And they start calling this shit the apathy syndrome again, which is just a random tie to Persona 3 for some reason. It's weird continuity, but it gives more context to what apathy syndrome is, I guess. But they call it that in-game. It's weird. I don't know. So, of course, Naruto and Risei have to find out about what the hell is going on, because the rest of the investigation team hasn't arrived yet. So they're like, this is like the Midnight Channel, but it's like not the TV world, and it's more like a palace from Persona 5, but like not. It's like localized Mementos, but because Mementos doesn't exist yet, they can't call it Mementos, because the main bad guy just made localized Mementos with everyone in the festival, and all the shadows that appear are just the subconscious people at the festival, and they want to see dancing. That's why they're at the festival. That's why dancing works on them. That's why the gang must dance. I wouldn't be surprised if they borrowed some of the ideas from Persona 5, since it was probably in development at the same time. And even some warden costumes go unused in the final game. So, there's that, I guess. So, Naruto, and Risei have to go into the Midnight Channel, but it's called the Midnight Stage now, and it's also not related to the TV world, because, again, it's just a palace. And they decide the voice in there that's talking to them is fucked up, bro. And because it wishes for this philosophical idea of a single collective consciousness, which, where have we heard that one before? That provides understanding to all and suffering to no one. They're like, we'll be back. And then they find out Konami's group all gets trapped in there, and they're like, damn it, that's pretty cool. You and Risei make the executive decision to say fuck to the festival, and they're gonna go save Konami's crew. So they also disappear, and Konami's just by herself with no one around. And I guess it's a good time to mention it, but they really improved Risei in this game writing wise. They removed all the annoying choices without removing her personality or flaws as a character, and it really speaks to me as a grown version of the character, which is great because they're still trying to do the whole grown characters thing from Golden that like never continue anywhere else, but you love to see the continuity, I guess. This is gonna be a catalyst for her moving up in the Persona character tier list. A+ right here. She's also no longer a simp. Immediate bonus points. So meanwhile, you and Risei disappear, and Konami's like, what the fuck? How do I tell someone a group of idiots just disappeared right in front of me? And then Dojima walks in, he's like, shit, here we go again. So he decides to help her because Dojima knows what the fuck is going on, probably. He knows he's up to some shit, probably. So you get to see Konami's character develop as she tries to figure out what happened with Dojima. And Dojima's also there with Nanako because he technically is off work, but you actually get to see him work. It's kind of a cool thing for Dojima. But they do this whole Konami and Nanako being friends thing, and Nanako she's like, I want to be a dancer, and Konami's gay dance person's like, holy shit, Nanako can dance, and she dances. And that's a small version without explaining too much of the plot, I think. I really like where they take goofball Konami in relation to the story with her war flashbacks and all that jazz. Despite, she phases herself but does not get a Sona. Unfortunately. Big fan of this character. Her crew, despite being players in the story, I guess, they don't really feel important. They all have their own, like, I should really be this. I should be my true self. And my friends will accept my true self. But, like, they all are, like, get 3 lines, so it doesn't feel like it matters. I don't know what else to say about them. And Noe's there too, and he's pretty cool. He's a real one. Thumbs up. Next is the gameplay. It's a rhythm game. The gameplay's pretty simple in the execution. You hit the buttons and they line up with the left or the right sides, the icons corresponding to the left 3 and right 3 buttons on the controller. Sometimes there are these circle things. You have to hit them with L or R, the stick. Its simplicity makes it intuitive while remaining fun, I think. I'm constantly surprised how much I enjoy it personally. I could play this for hours. The dances are cool too, I think. I never sat down to watch them outside of playing the song, so they're pretty much always in my peripheral vision. Can't tell you how much you enjoy it, so I'd suggest just trying and seeing how you like it. If you can. Persona 4 dancing is on PS Vita only, unless you get the special collector's edition of Persona 3 and 5, which has it as digital download. So cool, Atlas. As for the tracks in this game, it's pretty much what you'd expect for a Persona 4 focused dancing game. As tracks from Persona 4, Persona 4 Golden, Persona 4 the Animation, Persona 4 Golden the Animation, Persona 4 Arena Ultimax, and Persona Q. But there are some crazy exclusions from this game. Smile, the original version of Heaven, Muscle Blues, the original version of Reach Out to the Truth, The Almighty, Light the Fire Up in the Night, and most importantly, this game it does not have I'll Face Myself as a playable track. It has a remix of I'll Face Myself that plays in the story sometimes, but I'll Face Myself is not a playable track in this game. It's like the Persona 4 song. Like, why? This game also doesn't have The Fog or Nevermore before DLC, which is so jarring. But, like, no I'll Face Myself is insane. I do like a lot of the songs they chose for this game. For the base game tracks from Persona 4, they use the reincarnation versions of the songs, which I vastly prefer overall, but no world's most epic music, though. Glow-ups on tracks like Specialist, Heartbeat, Heartbreak, Your Affection, and Like a Dream Come True sound a lot better here than I think the OGs generally could. Though I think Signs of Love should have used the OG track. I don't know where to put this, but they made a full-ass version of the Junes theme for this game. Incredible. and Nanako dances to it because she's the dancer. This game also has like a couple ass remixes. But shoutouts to the absolute. They have some bangers in this soundtrack. Shoutouts to my homie remixes. Backside of the TV Lotus Juice remix.
I'll help out. To the basement, replacement, goes as placement. Big bucks payment, I'm dirty like a slave man. Began to lose patience to these complacent successes who assesses rules that assassinate just like me. A lot of confidence before from vanity. Reason why I got a crew behind me, my family. Even if they try to bribe me, never ride. Believe in beauty or destiny. It's fire, talk of the blood, the fresh.
Snowflakes? Reach out to the truth, dancing on Persona stage. Fog?
Don't blink now. Oops. You lost me, but fine. I'll do it.
And Heaven, a Tolus remix. There's also 3 different versions of Pursuing My True Self. So cool. We definitely needed that in this game. Here's another the MISC category of things. This game has a lot of randomly good fan service, especially for like Persona 1 and 2 fans. Like Adachi has a Katsuya outfit, which is unreal to me. A couple of the other ones I really like are Teddy's Koromaru and Ken outfit from Persona 4 Arena Ultimax, where his outside is Koromaru and his inside is Ken. Kanji has a Baofu fit. Konami has a Labris and Metis outfit. Yukiko has Chidori and Rei as outfits. And of course, Yu's Tatsuya and Makoto outfits are, I couldn't ask for more. This game, it's all great stuff. This game also makes the player canon, just as a person separate from Yuna or Akami. Like, they visit the Velvet Room during intermissions and talk to Margaret because the game is Margaret telling you what happens. And I appreciate this game not, like, having the Velvet Room be a focus for the narrative, because many of the other games are, but it's weird it feels a little bit out of place because Margaret's talking to the player. I don't know. Hatsune Miku is also a canon Persona character now. They put Hatsune Miku in a Persona game, and the remix that Hatsune Miku comes with, it's banger. Heaven, it's like a good version of Heaven. She's only in one song, has no outfits, so the bare minimum was added for Hatsune Miku. It's still crazy though. I'd love to see Konami and her group show up in a future Persona game, or whatever, since she's like part of the world and she's cool. But like, I think she's a cameo in Persona 5, but that's it. Which is gonna be the most characters' legacy after they appear in the original game. So, we're never seeing this character again. Overall, I really enjoyed this game. I knew I was gonna be a fan of the gameplay since it's the same as the other two games, and I did play those first, and I like that. It had some good tracks to keep up with the other two games. The story had some interesting but not groundbreaking stuff for Persona lore, and I enjoy Konami as a character, and you love to see Dojima being an important character. If you like the investigation team, you'll probably enjoy it.
I'm rocking it, huh?
I'd say overall, this game having a story is pretty comparable to the social link-like setting that Persona 3 and 5 Dancing have, and I would hardly say that this game having a story makes it inherently better than the other one. This game just has events that are canon, but probably never mean anything again outside of cameos, just like all the other spin-offs. Though I almost thought the entire game was going to be investigation team banter from location to location. And if it was, I definitely would have preferred Persona 3 and 5 Dancing. So if you like Persona games, or if you're a rhythm game enjoyer, I would recommend it. I would want to play this game more, but playing it on an emulator at the moment is kind of janky. I wish Atlas would like make a bundle of all three of them and put it on PC with all the DLC from the games and like add some 1 and 2 characters. That would be so peak. I would easily clock in 1,000 hours. So, thumbs up.